Good evening. Today is Sunday, August 30, 2020. I am Sudarshan Sukhani. In this webinar, we discuss intraday trading ideas for the Nifty. The first part of this webinar discusses what we did on Friday, our plans and the market behavior, and whether we could adapt to the market. And then we will talk about what we plan to do tomorrow, that is Monday, 31st August. For Friday, on Thursday evening, I had suggested that I will not take any trade. I was a little confused about the market behavior, and I was not getting any patterns or setups that told me I should go long or I should go short or I should buy on a dip or do whatever. So instead of trying to find a trade on Friday, I decided it's best not to take a trade. That is what we plan, and the market does something very different. As far as the Nifty is concerned, perhaps not taking a trade did not make a difference because the Nifty was fairly choppy. It closed with gains, but during the day it opened a little higher, came down, went up 80 points, came down 80 points, and then again went up 80 points. So it was a little choppy intraday, although it ended the day with gains, and we must accept that. The big story, of course, was the Nifty Bank, which had a stunning 1100 point rally, 800 points of which were almost intraday. So anyone trading the Nifty Bank intraday would have, had a perfect day that is as good as trading for 3 months. But we don't trade intraday. I was not discussing Nifty Bank with you anyway, so we'll just let that be. We did not trade the Nifty, and now it's very difficult to say if I had a view that I would buy the Nifty, could I have made money? Would I have exited when the Nifty was starting to come down twice? I can't answer that question because now, after looking at the charts, after the day is over, I can always say, see, I would have bought here, I would have sold here, I would have made money if only I was trading. But at that point of time, during the day, it's difficult to say what I would have done. But I know that I did not trade, and that was my plan. And that's fine. One day not trading or 2 days not trading is not doesn't make any difference. What about tomorrow? Tomorrow is another difficult day. Now it's difficult because behind us we have 6 consecutive days of the Nifty closing with gains. So this market is clearly in a strong upside momentum, but it's also a little extended. Now 6 days is no rule, which means that after 6 days markets have to come down. There is no such rule. In earlier bull markets, we have seen 14 consecutive days of gains, one by one by one. By 7 or 8 days, everyone in the market said it cannot go up, and it did go up. It went up for 14 days, one day after the other. So there is no rule that markets cannot go up or cannot go down. It's just that with every passing gain, it becomes a little difficult to say, okay, tomorrow is a day to buy. Now, if I were to be negative about the markets, and I don't know why I have to be negative, but if I have to be negative, then I can think tomorrow GDP numbers for the first quarter are coming. Now, we all understand that the GDP in the first quarter will be disturbing and it will be negative. Suppose it is more negative than market expectations, and I do not know if the numbers are coming in the daytime. If they are, and the market expectations are belied, or it is more negative, will the market come down? Now, these are negative thoughts. The answer is that the market knows that GDP numbers are going to be disturbing and dismal, but it is still going up. The market is not related with the real economy as of now. It has its own momentum. So, however much we want to relate the real economy with the markets, it's a futile exercise. We should focus on the markets alone. When the markets wants to relate itself to the real economy, it will do so. Currently, it's not doing it. So, we have to focus on the market behavior and ignore the real economy. All over the world, that's happening. What is the market behavior? The market is in a strong uptrend. So, we want to buy tomorrow. Rather than jump into the market on a gap up, I would prefer to wait for a dip and buy. I cannot define a dip because it depends on how the market opens, how it behaves during the early morning session. But essentially, I would buy a dip. I have two rules for tomorrow. First is below 11,600, I will not take a long position. I will not consider that a dip. I will ignore it. Markets must have strength during the dip also. And the second is that once I will take a buy on dips trade when I have a clearly identified stop loss exit level. With that, I'm a buyer. This Nifty market can go anywhere, 11,700, 800, whatever, 900, and higher than that. And we don't question the market wisdom. We just go with it. So I've told you what my plans are for tomorrow. We will talk again in the evening. We will see how the market behaved, whether we could adjust ourselves with the market behavior and what we did. Till then, have a good day. Enjoy yourself. Jai Hind.